Hi Geminis, welcome to the Invisible Eye Tarot, and I have a message for you today. So let's see what's going on in your energy. What's going on for Geminis? Ooh, the Ten of Swords, and it's the one that says everything is fine. Everything is fine because even though you've been pinned down and receiving attacks from all direction and probably have been going through mental anguish, you are surviving this, and for the sake of surviving this, you're coming on the other side way much more stronger. You're the odd woman out, the odd man out here. Very interesting to see this as the first energy. It is traditionally your energy, Geminis, but it's also an ending, a completion. It's number 10. What else do we have for you, Geminis? Seven of Wands. Standing your grounds. Standing your ground. Standing by your convictions and your beliefs. And having the upper hand on some extent as well. What's at the center of your energy, Geminis? And here we have the Ten of Swords, because this deck, the Witch Tarot deck, comes with two of these. Wow, the Ten of Swords and standing your ground in between these two tens. Wow. I feel like there's something about being the odd woman out, but not backing down and not giving up and being fine with being at opposition. With the current near future energies, we have the Knight of Swords, which is pretty much your energy, Geminis. It's very interesting because the Knight of Swords is passionate and determined, but this knight is also very quick, and he's the fastest moving knight, so he can represent a fast-paced energy. But the Knight of Swords is also someone who's like overconfident because of his wits and intelligence and his opinions, and also at the same time super cold. He doesn't have much heart, right? But this is a swords person. The swords people, we're not emotional. Doesn't mean that we lack compassion, but we're not that emotional compared to other signs. Here, the Knight of Swords can speak to, maybe you should second guess yourself, and even though you're shooting for something, you might be surprised by how unprepared you actually were with this overconfidence in yourself. But usually this knight is just rushing in swiftly towards something, unafraid, and yeah, super confident. What else do we have in the current near future energies for you, Geminis? I saw the Knight of Wands, so like oh, we have the Nine of Swords. Wow, someone is feeling anxious, maybe cannot really sleep well at night. This is traditionally your energy, Geminis. You're coming up strong in this reading, and these are really weird energies, very unusual. The 9, 10, 10 of Swords with the Knight of Swords and standing your ground and anxiety. I feel like the energy is super tense here. Super tense. Let's clarify the everything is fine 10 of Swords for Geminis. Why do we have the first 10 of Swords here? And here we have death. So it's an ending, and it's going to become something else. It's like time to let go of something, and it's painful to let go of it. But the death of this thing will also bring a rebirth, something new. It will transform into something else. And then next I have the Two of Swords. This is Libra energy, but it's still in the Swords family, and you are undecided when it comes to something, or you're not taking action. Not necessarily procrastinating, but it's like you haven't made up your mind and you're not quite interested in taking any actions for now. You might be looking for some sort of balance and inspiration, or you might be leaning towards your own console and you're blocking outside energies from interfering with like your own voice, right? Or your own intuition. So let's clarify that Two of Swords. It's like blocking energies out. You're going from being a target to like blocking this energy out. And then we have somebody from the past that is coming back, or memories, nostalgia. You're blocking out someone from the past that is trying to come back in your energy. And you're blocking them out because you have been, or you're coming out of this phase of, or this cycle, I should say, of having been in that Ten of Swords, right? So now I feel like you're not in that wavelength where you really care about romantic gestures or someone trying to come back in your energy from your childhood. Maybe this person is around you, but you're not quite noticing it because you're just kind of out of protection, blocking outside noises from mingling in your energy. This is how I read the Two of Swords here, and usually this is how I read it. So what's the Seven of Wands? You're standing your ground. Okay. There is love coming in for you. We have the Ace of Cups, so there's like this loving energy, love overflowing coming into your energy. This is a new beginning for you guys too. Wow. Someone may be loving your position, or you might be receiving a lot of love for something that you stand for. Very interesting. It can come in the shape of a relationship or new friendships. Something connected to love. For some of you, could even be you're pregnant or engaged. This is love being given, shared, and received in full. And this energy is coming through for you as you are kind of like, I don't want to see standoffish, but yes, standoffish. You're standing your ground and you're kind of in a position of opposition. So very interesting here. We also have another new beginning, the Ace of Pentacles. You may have been up against a lot of things, a group of people with those Ten of Swords here. And even though you were the odd woman out or the odd man out, I mean, you never wavered, you never doubted yourself, you never played into anybody's hand, and you stood your ground. But now comes a time where I feel like you are rewarded with these new beginnings in prosperity and in love. Or solid opportunity with that Ace of Pentacles. And then we also have a King of Pentacles showing up in your energy. This is a wealthy man. This is a provider, a protector. This is someone who loves to give things. This is someone who enjoys material comfort. He's a businessman. He's a divorcee most of the time. This person is showing up as love and prosperity is coming in your energy. There is someone wealthy that probably has this love that they want to share with you, even though you've been up against or just defending a position. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords. Very interesting. I saw the Ten of Wands trying to come out. So for me, it's overwhelming, gang stalking type of energy. It's the scope of the attacks, like 10, 10, the weight, the burden, the overwhelmment with the Ten of Swords is probably the most intense tens out of all of the tens, okay? But if there's anyone who can handle it, it's you, Geminis. You have a large back, so you can take it. Some people can take it. They can dish it, but they can't take it. People are trying to attack you, but but it doesn't feel like you feel anything because you're a Gemini. We have the Emperor here at the bottom of that Ten of Swords. There's a very influential person coming in your energy. This is Aries. It could also be like a authoritative figure, like a boss, a CEO. It could be a divine masculine as well. Let me throw it in there. But it applied to a situation. The Emperor is trust, support, control, and I had it. Trust, support, control. It's the same as the Four of Wands when I describe it. And structure. Yeah. Trust, support, control, and structure back into your life following a period of instability and conflict. There is someone in your corner, even though you've been this odd woman out or this odd man out, Geminis. And here we have, you're showing up as the Queen of Cups, like very receptive, very intuitive, very empathic, comfortable in her own skin, very sensual, focus on what you love too. I feel like this Emperor sees you as this person. They see the most loving part of yourself. They see you as a Queen of Cups. They see the most sensitive parts of yourself, the most, I should say, feminine and parts of yourself. Soft and receptive. If you're a Queen of Swords, and I'm speaking to the Gemini collective, so I'm speaking to the Queens of Swords. We can be all of the queens and embody them, but a few people will know you as the Queen of Cups. Some people will know you as the hard head bitch in charge that does not take shit from anybody and who cuts people out like it's nobody's business, without any second guessing. And doesn't mean that she's rude or that she lacks compassion. It's just some stupid stuff that some uneducated people will throw because they cannot keep up with your energy. It doesn't mean that. It's not because you have ideas, concepts, and thoughts that also you're this villain or bad person. It doesn't have anything to do with that. It's just that out of these very honorable and noble ways of being has been bastardized lately in the past few years, right? Queen of Cups. So there's this influential person that sees that side of you. Loving, caring, giving, the Queen of Cups. And then we have the Ten of Cups. So we're going from that Ten of Swords and then to that Ten of Cups with those very lovely sides of you. But there's someone powerful that sees you like that. Very interesting. This is happily ever after, I should say. And this is feeling wholesome, emotional and financial stability and security, ideal lifestyle type of energy, harmony in the family. The Ten of Cups is a very happy and blissful energy. Let's clarify that Knight of Swords. Why do we have the Knight of Swords? At first the energies, they look very scary, guys. I was like, what is this? I've never seen anything so intense before. Here we have a tower. So this is Mars in Scorpio and Aries. But for me, when I see something like a tower, unexpected, sudden changes, something shocking and disruptive, I think about Uranus in Gemini. Okay? Sudden changes. Why do we have a tower here? Oh, the Lovers. Here you are, Gemini, showing up in your own reading. It feels like someone is going after you with that Knight of Swords, with passion and determination, laser focus. They know exactly what they want. They're not wasting any time to go get it. They don't have time to second guess themselves. And this attitude might shockingly result in you like a special connection. The lovers, it's a very spiritual connection. Let's clarify the lovers. Here you are, Geminis. What is going on here? I do see a lot of, love in this reading. We have a King of Swords. So there is someone that sees things for exactly what they are. Um, they're not emotional. They're very objective with what they're looking at, with what they're analyzing, or what they see right in front of them. They're not sugarcoating it. They're not biased about anything. They see it for exactly what they are, with a lot of fairness and wisdom and objectivity. This is what the King of Swords represents. Maybe someone sees you this way, Geminis, with the lovers. As matter of factly, they see someone who can reconcile two opposites of things and love them really hard. Wow. So let's clarify that Nine of Swords. Who is feeling so anxious? It is your energy, Gemini's, traditionally, but doesn't mean that it's you that we see here. Last year I would have said it's you, but it's not. Protecting and defending yourself. Interesting. Nine of Swords, Nine of Wands. What's going on here for Geminis? Oh, I saw the Queen of Swords trying to show up here. I feel like you're the Nine of Swords, protecting and defending yourself. Someone could be anxious because you are on the defense. Strength card, Leo. Interesting. This is you too, Geminis. Will you have the heart to hear somebody out or to let somebody in? Someone knows that you are strong. You're showing restraint. And you don't have to stick around. And here I have the Knight of Pentacles. There's something that is moving slowly but surely towards you, something of value, but there's a lot of anxiety around your disposition under defense. And will you be diplomatic enough to hear this person out that I feel is feeling anxious to be in your energy? They know you're on the defensive. Let me use the different deck to clarify all of these narratives for you, Geminis. So we have somebody from the past coming back, but you don't seem to be aware that this energy is around you. And I have the Six of Cups clarifying the Six of Cups. There is someone that is coming back. Someone from a long time ago. Could be a past life lover, a connection trying to come back in your energy, but it looks like you're not quite aware of it, or you don't necessarily really care, or you're not necessarily going to take action on this. You might feel like you don't know what to do about this, and this person coming back in your energy too with that Two of Swords. You just don't know what to do about this, but it is surely coming back around. I feel like for the fact that you've been this other woman out, there is someone very influential or a divine masculine, could be your divine masculine, who is trying to show back up in your energy. This energy that you've been in, when you survive the Ten of Swords, there's something that comes with the territory. You are much more stronger than before. Not everybody can survive this energy. Let's clarify the King of Pentacles. Where do we have the King of Pentacles? Oh, I have the Page of Wands. Very exciting news for you, Geminis. Exciting venture. The Page of Wands for me is really, you're embarking on an exciting journey. It's about the process and the excitement around the process. It's not even about the end results or the end destination. It's really about the journey and the process, and how excited that we are about doing it or being in it. And I feel like this King of Pentacles is the one that is that page of sword, that page of wands, sorry, probably has some exciting news for you. The page of wands is also like exciting new beginnings, early stages of a project, and it's like the exciting part of it, like the honeymoon phase of something. With the Ten of Cups, I have the Chariot, Cancer energy, moving forward triumphantly, making some major strides, significant progress. And this is what's happening after all of that Ten of Cups. You're going from that Ten of Swords to there's so much love for you on the other side of this energy, on the other side of you being like in this tense corner or backed into a tense corner, but you can never back a Gemini in a corner, so I don't even know what I'm saying this, but I just want to speak to you being the odd woman out or the odd man out with that Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, a line has been drawn in the sand, and with that Seven of Wands, you're like, yeah, I count me out, like I don't care. So you're gonna move forward, but very triumphantly with this very happy ending. That very dark, sad ending is going to become something so beautiful and so positive. Let's clarify that King of Swords, and here we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this King of Swords is looking at some unfinished business, and I feel like this person is shocked by you. The Lovers is you. I feel like this person is looking at the situation, looking at you, looking at this connection, looking at the unfinished business within the connection. Somehow is looking at the truth and facts of things without being biased about it, and sees you for exactly what you are, which is the Lovers, not what people have tried to make you out to be. Let me clarify that Knight of Pentacles. The other card I had two Geminis, but I didn't take it, is the Sun card. So the happiest card of the deck. The Sun. Bliss, achievement, basking in achievement, success. There's all of this happiness behind this unfinished business that came out, and you being there, and this connection. Someone is going for it. And I don't think it's you, Gemini, even though the Knight of Swords traditionally is your energy. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. And here you are, the Knight of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. Someone I feel is coming with like an offer or something of value towards you. I wouldn't say like a ring, but someone is very anxious about you being on the defense, protecting yourself, and they might be a little bit intimidated by you. Look at you, ready to face down your fears or anything, showing a lot of restraint. Like you could annihilate anybody here, but you're showing restraint. This is your strength. And here you're showing up as the single by choice lady, very prosperous, financially independent, of a very independent nature. Very interesting, Geminis. I feel like there's so much more behind, obviously, this connection and how things are going to turn out to be so good for you, even though you don't seem too warm about all of those great things, and especially love or this person that is looking at you and trying to have this with you. And I feel like even though I keep pulling out cards, we're not gonna know more. I feel like there's it's kind of vague on purpose, or there's like a suspense here, to be continued type of vibe. Anyways, this is what I have for you, Geminis. Thank you for watching.